Welcome to Lizard Tracks, the story of God. Come and hear the story that leads to life and sets the captives free. Your storyteller today is Wayne Patton. My story today is a well-known story, the parable of the Prodigal Son. It's a long story, so I'm going to have to split it up into 2 days. This is one of the core stories that Jesus used to help us understand what the term grace means. Listen closely to his story. Jesus told many parables. This is one of those parables. There was a rich man who had 2 sons. The youngest demanded that he receive his inheritance now, the inheritance he would receive when his father died. His father agreed and divided the inheritance among his 2 sons. Shortly after, his youngest packed his bags and left and went to a far-off country where he squandered his inheritance on wine, women, and food. And shortly after that, a famine came to the land. He had no money and he was hungry. No one would help him out. So he got a job feeding pigs. And he was so hungry, and he would feed the pigs and think to himself, I am so hungry I could eat the food that I'm feeding the pigs. And he came to his senses and realized in his father's household, his hired men all had bread to eat and did not go hungry. And he thought to himself, I'll return home. I will tell my father that I have sinned against God and against him, and that I am no longer worthy to be a son. I will ask to be one of his hired servants so that I will have bread to eat and not go hungry. So he got up and he headed back to his father's house. When it was still far in the distance, his father saw him. He ran to him. He greeted him, embraced him, kissed him. The son in the story seems to me like a typical rebellious kid. You might know someone like this. Please return tomorrow for the other half of the story to find out how the brother will react to the father's joy. It might surprise you. Trainer Lizard Max has stayed up late last night to finish preparing this week's quiz. Take the quiz, just text the word quiz, Q-U-I-Z, to 513-440-6171. I understand Lizard Max has even included the correct answers at the end of the quiz. I hope you'll return to hear my next story here at Lizard Tracks. Send me a text message at 513-440-6171. If you'd like to know how you can support this ministry, text the word support. I'm on the web at www.lizardtracks.net. This is Lizard Tracks.